Hi guys, what's up? Thank you so much for watching Mostly Sane. I am Pratita. Welcome back to another Real Talk Tuesday video. अब मेरे को YouTube शुरू करके हो गए 4 साल, ठीक है? There were a lot of questions asked then. There's a lot of questions asked now. Overall, मेरे profession को लेके, इस पूरे platform को लेके, there's so many things that people don't know but want to know, are intrigued. और मैंने सोचा यार इतने सवाल तुम्हारे, इतने सवाल मेरे हैं, किससे पूछा जाए? And who better than talking to someone who's seen it as much as one can see it. So today we have with us CEO YouTube, Miss Susan Wojcicki. Oh my God. Did I just make that introduction?
Yes. Thank you so much for having me on your channel.
No, thank you for coming.
I'm so excited to be here and be on your channel, and it's been a wonderful trip here so far. You know,
I would ask you how is India treating you so far, but I know you've been here before and you've traveled a lot.
Yes.
So what I found out was a few years ago, you took a $200 all-you-can-fly pass.
Yes, I did.
And you went all over India.
I did.
First of all, which airline was this? Why don't we know about this all-you-can-fly pass?
So I came here right after I graduated from college, here being India. And I was interested in media then. So I worked at India Today, and I worked as a photographer and a writer. And I learned so much about India and developed such a deep appreciation of the culture here. And there was this pass at the time for foreigners. It was like a foreigner pass where you could pay $200 with Air India and you could fly anywhere you wanted.
For how long?
For 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
And I was, at 22, and I decided I was going to max this out as much as I possibly could. And,
are you on a pass this time too?
I do not have the $200 pass anymore. I don't think that's available anymore. I've just been enjoying meeting with creators. We had a YouTube music event because we launched YouTube Music.
Oh yes, YouTube Music.
And we were super excited to have that and to announce great statistics that we had over 3 million downloads in the first week. And so that was like a huge milestone for us. Then we also had our India brandcast just yesterday,
where she spoke about me.
Yes, I mentioned you and
nice.
Your subscribers, and and it was great just to see like so many people come out and support YouTube and talk about the influence in India, and to see marketers talking about it too. So the reason we have Brandcast is just to raise awareness with marketers who generate income for so many YouTubers, and to talk about why they should advertise more on YouTube. And so that was really the purpose of the trip and the visit.
So that is YouTube now. That's YouTube in India now. Fun story again. So Susan, her garage was where Google started. So she was the first landlord for Google, where she let 3 guys function out of her garage, and that's where I'm just trying to figure this out. So you're going about your life in your house where Google is happening in your garage.
Yep.
What? Tell us more about that.
Yes.
What was that?
So what happened was I had just bought a house, and I had already known Sergey beforehand. I had known him socially, and so he had just told me, we're starting this company. And
that's one of the founders of Google.
Yes, Sergey Brin, one of the founders of Google. So he said, we're starting this company. And this was in 1999. And in 1999, there was this big tech boom so everything, all office space was taken. There was no available office space. And so they said, well, you just bought this house. And so I agreed that they could rent part of our house. I was living with Google for 5 or 6 months. They had 1 employee when they started. They got up to 7 employees, and they had this sign, and it said Google Worldwide Headquarters. And it was just like, it was just the bedroom.
So you saw Google begin from there.
Yes.
Also YouTube. Yes. You were insistent that Google should acquire YouTube, when most people were saying that only a moron would invest in a company like YouTube.
Yes.
What were you thinking?
Yes.
Susan, were you thinking about us?
Yes.
Were you thinking about this world that we live in right now? 2005, I'm guessing?
Yes, it was around 2005. So I was a big advocate for Google to buy YouTube, and I was been a big supporter of online video.
You were part of all those conversations.
I was part of all those conversations. Whether or not regular people want to upload video and share it with the world. Because you have to remember go back in that time, there was no internet video. Yeah. And so the only video that we all saw was highly produced television or movies type of content. And so we at Google decided that we were just going to let people upload content and see what they uploaded. And so we just put this basic link and said, just upload your video. We don't know what we're going to do with it, but just if you want to share your video, you can upload it, share it here. And then we got together and we decided we were going to watch all this video that people had uploaded and just see what it was. And I remember that this first video that I saw, like furry puppets singing in some Nordic language. And I just was like, this is so strange. What is this? Like, why did somebody upload a picture of this?
Not much has changed, you know, on YouTube.
And I was just like, what is it? And I'd never seen anything like this before. Yeah. I didn't know what to think about it. And so there was just like a moment where we were all just quiet. Because I think this was really the first time anyone in the world was seeing user-generated content uploaded to the internet. I had my kids with me and my kids said, play it again. And they all started cheering, like they wanted to see it again. And it was like, and started laughing. And so then we spent the rest of the evening just watching all these videos. But then there was the second question of do other people want to watch regular or less produced video content? So we weren't sure. So we decided like, well, let's build like a service and let's see what happens. What we saw was that people do want to see other people's videos, and that there was a market for not just professional, like Hollywood, Bollywood content, but a market for just regular people creating content to share about their lives. And that just convinced me that this is going to be a huge opportunity because we're going to have more video. The internet's going to get better. There's going to be more cheaper data, better networks, better devices. You take that and then you multiply that by the world and you're like, this is going to be big.
So now, beginning there, right? Sitting at home on a Saturday night, just seeing videos that are randomly uploaded to a database and deciding whether or not we should put this on something that we can call YouTube, you know. From there, you've seen it firsthand then, and you're seeing it firsthand now. 11 years in India, right? All the interactions that we do, a lot of people ask us like, where do you see your channel going in the next 5 years? I was like, are you crazy? I didn't see it coming here 3 years ago. I did not see this happening. There's no way you can map it. You know, there's no way you can know where this, as a creator, I don't know where my channel is going. I know it's going a great place. I'm very happy about it and it's going to go great. But
congratulations. You're doing great.
I'm just happy. I love my job. But like, from your position, because you've seen this grow, did you see this happening? And if you did, where do you see this in the next 5? I really want to have an answer for this, like, so I can.
So our vision is to be the platform for millions of channels and make sure those channels are they can cover anything. And
that's the beauty of the platform.
That's the beauty of the platform, and that's the beauty of having having it digital, right? That you can see it on demand, you can search it, we have recommendations, we can suggest it to you. And what we're seeing here in India too is that the rise of all these Indic languages. And so that now people are producing content not just in English, but like in all the different languages that we have here. And it's doing really well, like including your channel. But you know, also the fact is, or part of the vision too, is that this becomes really interactive between the fans and the creators. And the fact that you can get, when you upload a video, like unlike TV where it just goes on a show and you can't really comment,
that's exactly
you get the feedback immediately.
So
you upload it and like, you know, like a second later, like you're getting likes
all you
and
gotta
comments
do is refresh
and views and
good,
refresh. And so that's why we've been building out more of functionality around that, like the community tab and live streaming and
premieres.
Exactly. And like stories. And so all these different ways that you can communicate in multiple ways and get that feedback. So that's a big focus for us.
Now, speaking specifically for India, if I'm not wrong, we are the biggest market as long as like watch time.
Definitely have the most number of users.
Okay, great. That's good.
So India, we just announced last night that there are 265 million
users.
monthly users in India, and that it is growing incredibly fast. And so India is predicted to have 40 million new users coming online every year, and that there'll be over 500 million users by 2020.
Yeah.
And so we just see this like, it's already our largest market by users, and it's one of our fastest growing.
It is. So, speaking of YouTube going forward, you know, on the global map, what do you have in mind for India specifically, for the community, for the creators? Is there a plan that's in that you have in mind at all?
Well, one of the biggest things we're doing is working on how to support creators to like you and
YouTube's been
new
doing
creators,
it,
right, to continue to build content on YouTube. And so we're really pleased that we have 1,200 creators that now have more than 1 million subscribers in India. And if you look back just 5 years ago, that was a number, it was under 15 at that time. And so just you look at that growth in that time frame, and our goal is to continue to grow and support creators. And so we offer lots of programs to try to enable more creators, whether they're training programs like Next Up, or featuring them in a Creator on the Rise type of functionality. Also encouraging doing content that is in the different Indic languages that's here, and growing the advertising base.
You know, you just spoke about Next Up. There's so many of these beautiful initiatives also that YouTube stands up for, which makes me feel so proud for being a part of this community. Stuff like Impact Labs. YouTube made me a superhero, guys, for Impact Labs. I was a schoolgirl who's a superhero, which was fun. Creators for Change, you know, girl education and all of that. You know, speaking from a creator's point of view, every time I have spoken about anything that I feel like my audience is going to connect to, it has come, like we spoke about it, you know, it's come very organically to us. Comments or through interactions, we felt like, oh, we can pick this issue up and talk about it. On a bigger scale, as a platform, how do you sort of, what's the thought behind these initiatives? How do you pick these? How do you choose?
You know, in terms of like Impact Labs and Creators for Change,
it's so close to my heart. Creators for Change.
It's very close to our heart too. And like our goal has just been to have creators who represent a diverse set of views, and that are promoting tolerance and understanding and giving our users an understanding of, you know, a different point of view that otherwise we don't hear enough about. And so that's really been the objective for us. And with Impact Labs, like you did this amazing creative about girls' education, and you know, we just actually really the only issue we've focused on right now for Impact Labs, or in terms of creatives like that, has been girls' education. Because if you look at the you know, most of the different organizations, they talk about the importance of girls' education as just really a catalyst for improving life for overall. And so in general, we never want to choose a specific side or specific creator. We want to have a platform that's fair and equal for everyone. But we also want to make sure that we're highlighting, with Creators for Change, we want to make sure that we're showing different points of view and tolerance.
I mean, I was just so surprised when I went for my social impact camp in London last year for Creators for Change. So in this one tiny room, we had creators from parts of the world that I'd not heard of, you know. And I feel like that's the most creatively charged room I've ever been in. We never wanted to leave. That's what I kept telling everybody. I was like, just 2 days? You just give us 2 days? It's a beautiful conversation. Between a creator and the platform when things like this happen. When you know, you're making videos in your room every day, and then suddenly you're flown down to London and you're with all these beautiful people, and you're suddenly making, that's where No Offense happened. That's the video that went to the UN, and I was just like, what is even happening right now? So I just want to thank you for that, for just having this thoughtful sort of insight into a creator's life like that.
Thank you. I mean, we see that when we bring creators together, that creates a whole different set of energy, and that they're able to really learn from each other and, you know, do collabs together and give each other's tips and get new ideas. So we're really invested in doing that, and actually, you know, you'll see us do more of that for creators and do that around the world. Part of that, and the reason that YouTube can do that, is because of the power of creators and the voice that creators have.
Speaking of this, what kind of content do you consume?
What I like to watch, well, first of all, I'm not going to name any creators because I love all, like, I watch my videos, and I watch your videos. Well, first of all, I think I'm a typical user where I use it for my own, let's start with like health and fitness.
Okay.
Like I love to do yoga videos on YouTube because I'm so busy. I don't always have time, and like, so that's really amazing. I like to use YouTube for cooking. I think it's pretty amazing to be able to see like arts and crafts. Like I've always been really creative. In
DIYs,
the fact,
oh my God,
I like
that is a rabbit hole. You watch one DIY video and then 18 hours later you're just like.
So I love seeing like the DIY and the cooking and like creative projects. I like comedy. Sometimes after a long day, I need something funny. Yeah. And I love music. I love YouTube music. So I use the music product all the time. And I love to see the latest videos and the music videos and discover new types of music.
There's also a lot of really weird content. We're just like, what were they thinking? I watch some of it. It's another of my guilty pleasure. I'm like, I want to, like the blackhead videos and all. That's very satisfying for me. I was like, love it. All your pores are right in my face. Is there anything like that you watch?
I'm not sure. I also will say I'm pretty busy. Just running YouTube and running a family. So I wish I had time to watch like more. But so part of my job is actually seeing a lot of the videos any videos that are controversial or people are discussing, talking to advertisers, like maybe they put out a video and it's controversial and they want to know, they want more feedback on it. So I spend a lot of time just for my job watching videos that are probably not like in the normal stream of viewer watching. And so my feed is probably pretty weird as a result of that.
Now, Susan, I'll tell you, I've been doing this for 4 years now. And I remember when the first few videos used to roll out, I was like, oh, I'm just having fun. I'm just going to sort of experiment, try new things. I'm going to be very frank. But then as the numbers increase and as you see the number of people you're reaching to, you just, as a creator, you just feel this sort of like press of responsibility happening where you're like, now I'm at a position where every word that comes out of my mouth, even if it impacts one person, I'm responsible for that one person. Yeah. So that's a very creator, and I feel that every day because trust me, I'm like the queen of foot in mouth. I always say the wrong things at the wrong time. What plan does YouTube have in mind when it comes to responsibility on the platform like that?
Yeah. So responsibility has been a huge focus for YouTube. And if I were to say I had just one focus right now, I would say it's responsibility. A couple of ways that we look at that and that we're taking action. And so the first one is thinking about our policies and how do we enforce our policies. And so YouTube, as you know, has always had community guidelines, and but in the last year or the last couple of years, we've really looked at those carefully and figured out like how do we tighten those, because the world has changed, YouTube has changed. And so in the last year, we've rolled out 30 different changes just to update how our community guidelines, and then making sure that we're enforcing them and we enforce them in a consistent way. We're really, really focused on making sure that that's clear and focused. And so the company, Google, our parent company, together with YouTube, we have over 10,000 people that are focused right now on managing controversial content, which a big part of it is YouTube, and making sure that we're enforcing those policies consistently. We have like a breaking news shelf. We actually have that when something important happens to the world, so we can highlight that from trusted sources. We do that now in 30 countries. We actually just announced that we now do it in Hindi.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. So we just announced that this week. And so that's just an example of how we're trying to roll that out.
Also, I feel like, YouTube is such a user-driven platform. Is that, so I did this video recently where I'm talking about clickbait content and talking about consuming fake news and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you cannot sit at home and blame people uploading this content alone, because there are people consuming this content. There are people who accept this content and take it as it comes, and they fall for this, which is what is just this vicious cycle that keeps going on. So I feel like that is such a tight spot for YouTube as a platform to tackle.
Yeah, so we look at that a number of different ways. So first of all, we have multiple ways of trying to address that. So the first is we actually have these information panels. So if you look at something that is like a common conspiracy, but that we know is not true, like the earth is round, right? People have landed on the moon, like, different areas where people come up with conspiracy. Like, we'll put an information panel there to be clear, like, these are the facts. And those facts come from trusted sources like Wikipedia or Encyclopedia Britannica. And we also look and we survey our users afterwards. How do they feel about the videos that they've seen? And so if we know that something is clickbaity, and our users are telling us they weren't satisfied after they watched it, then like that will feed into our ranking systems in terms of how that works. So
that's the sort of data we can work around.
So it's not us making that decision. It's what our users are telling us and the feedback that they're giving us. And so we want to make sure that in information queries that we're delivering the right information to users and that they're getting, they're getting it from trusted sources. And then, also when there's content that, what we also do is we also enable raters to look at content and say, well, what if there's content that's brushing up against our policies, but it technically meets it, but there's not something, completely. It sort of brushes up. So technically it meets it. So it's not like it's going to be removed, but it might be harmful to society. And so we use a series of raters. We make sure those raters are geographically distributed, so we're getting accurate views of how our user base feels, and then based on the feedback that we get from that, we feed that back into our system, and they'll say, okay, these are videos that our raters are saying could be harmful. Yeah, that could be more on the harmful side, and so our system looks at that and then says, well, as a result of what our raters say, that's a video that doesn't, it would stay but not be recommended. Okay. And that we're really highlighting the content that is useful to our users and good for society. And again, we don't want that to be us. We want that to be.
I feel like this is a two-way street. I feel like the only way we can make this work, as consumers and creators and as the platform is only when not just one peg of this triangle sort of gets responsible. I feel like we have to be responsible creators, we have to be responsible consumers, and that's the only way this can sort of help. Ellen got an award where after receiving the award, she says, I feel so weird to get an award where people are awarding me for being nice. And kind, which is so crazy because that's what we are supposed to do anyway as humans. So I feel like as citizens of the internet or the rest of the world, let's be nice, guys. All right, Susan, now as we come to the end, I have a very important question. It matters a lot to me as a creator. And I feel like because it's India and I'm Indian, it is just something that I speak for from my audience's perspective. From my audience's perspective, from fellow creators, and overall just, as a creator, person to person, I want to ask this question. Sure. Be honest, you can be very honest about it, whatever you think of. Have you subscribed to MostlySane?
No.
Or you can be a little dishonest. That's fine.
I haven't subscribed to MostlySane.
But
I'm very interested in subscribing in the future.
As long as I get that, guys. Always like and subscribe. But hey, thank you. So that was
I've enjoyed your videos. I want to say I think you have some really amazing videos, and I love your humor and your talent, and that you're addressing issues that really probably weren't addressed before.
Thank you so much.
And YouTube's such a great medium for that.
And thank you for renting your garage out 13 years ago.
Oh yes,
more than
actually
that
was like almost 20
years ago.
Almost 20 years ago.
Yes, thank you so much.
yes.
You have no idea how many lives you have changed and are changing every day because you thought that this could be a fun platform to acquire. So we just want to thank you, all of us creators, not just as creators, also as a consumer of the platform. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I mean, we always say that creators are the lifeblood of YouTube because without creators, we don't have, YouTube's nothing without creators. And
I think it's a beautiful relationship where we thank you for giving us the platform, and then it just sort of
we say thank you for using all the features and for using our platform and dedicating so much time and energy. And it's really all the creativity of all the creators that make YouTube such a special place. Everywhere I go, people tell me how YouTube has changed their life, and
every day
in some new way. And really that's because of all the amazing content created by creators like you. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. This has been like, I swear to God, this is a very Dear Diary moment, guys. This is what it's going to be in the evening. I'm like, Dear Diary, today I sat down with Susan Wojcicki and we were talking about ropes or whatever else. Thank you so much. I'm really hoping you enjoyed this video, and I swear to God, I feel so happy. This is why I love my job, that I get to wake up one day and just come and have conversations like this with her, and it's crazy. I love it. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget, I come up with new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thank you so much, Susan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it's been great being here in Mumbai, and I'm looking forward to my next visit already.
Thank you. Also, please keep us updated on any other all-you-can-fly passes that you hear of.
I will.
I would like one,
I will look out for it.
Let us
look
know.
out for it. I'd love to do that again.
Yeah, we can do a life hacks video, travel hacks video here. But hey, I'm going to see you guys again on Thursday. Until we meet, love.
Deliver the next.
Are you serious?
Let's leave it.
So we have chosen to continue. Hanji. Oh, sorry. I'm just talking to her in Hindi.
It's okay. I assume that means let's get back to it.
Yeah.
One.